Welcome back to Altan and Friends podcast. I'm your host Altan, and this is a podcast where I sit down with interesting people all over the world to have real conversations, share stories, and learn from each other. Today's guest is Baha Star. He's the storyteller, creator, and the guy behind the YouTube channel On the Road with Baha. Don't forget to subscribe to it. And yeah, we talked about 2 hours, but I put together around 20 minutes for you right here. So sit back, enjoy, and let's dive into the conversation with Baha Star. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Altan and Friends podcast. As you hear it from our German people, this episode is going to be in English. So keep your ears tight and get to the episode. I'm joined by the one and only legend, Turkish Texan Baha from Austin, Texas. Hi there. Thanks for joining in.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you for having me, Altan. Very nice to be with you today, and before as well. And I'm very happy to meet with you and being able to be on your show today. Thank you very much. But one thing though, I thought this was going to be in Japanese, so I was practicing for the last couple days my
Konnichiwa, ohayou gozaimasu.
Yeah, from the diagram, you gotta speak it from there. So I even take some Aikido lessons, katamara and all of that coming over here. But it's okay, we can continue in English.
But funny thing though, I have my guest from actual Japan, Naruto Uzumaki, here you on the microphone.
Oh, can you make it a little bit more smaller so I wouldn't notice it? For God's sake, I mean,
So
who's
I
that?
can.
Oh,
There you go.
to the left a little bit. There you go.
So,
Okay.
here.
All right.
He's watching me.
And what they call anime.
Yes, it's from an anime
that's
called.
a big thing in Austin. Every year, 2-3 times, a bunch of people come here in Austin for conventions, anime conventions, characters. Austin is a big convention center for many.
Yes, I heard about that from the internet, social media, and anime. I've been to a how do you call it, convention, where people showed their art, like card collections. Did you know that what is the most expensive collection card from sports? Do you know it? It's actually from the U.S. because the U.S. started the culture of collecting cards.
Yes, memorial cards. What is the word? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've never been interested in those content things.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, just for the audience sake, I want to say, I know they see that on the screen. My name is Baha Star, and I have a YouTube show called On the Road with Baha. You can find that on YouTube. I am on Instagram and TikTok too. I don't know, some weird things are happening in TikTok. I don't pay so much attention to TikTok, but I will later on because, you only have 2 hands, right?
Yeah.
So I live in Austin, Texas, and I'm a Turkish American.
How did you end up in Austin, Texas? It's really, if you can give us a brief, short story, because we talked like 2 times, 3 times before the recording, and you are full of stories and experiences, and I'm really thrilled, So,
God, I mean, these are big questions. So on my YouTube show right now, people get into my car, they try to guess where I'm from in the hopes of winning $1 million. That's my practice show. It's been for the last 1.5, 2 years. And the reason I mentioned that is my real show, On the Road with Baha, is actually about the question you just asked. How did I end up in Austin? Where am I going from Austin? It took me 40 years to become an American. I was a 9-year-old kid in Istanbul, Turkey. It was my childhood dream to become an American, and more than that, to become a showman, a famous, maybe first Turkish American star rising up from this side of the world. And that was my dream.
Yeah,
from
like
childhood
the
time
Hollywood
to
effect. Is it? Can you call it the Hollywood effect? Did you watch a lot of movies?
I wouldn't. Well, yes, of course, I watched a lot of movies, but okay, so Hollywood effect for that phrase, maybe you could say yes, but it wasn't. I, I guess let's leave it there. Let's call it Hollywood effect. I like to explain it in a much deeper sense
Okay.
later on about that. Why am I pursuing this? Because there's a message inside of it. Why I wanted to be a showman is there's a piece inside of it. I want to carry a certain message to the world,
Yeah.
and I believe that how I can accomplish that was just becoming a famous, like the people were coming in front of me on the TV. So in early ages, I think I understood the power of the, let's call propaganda in a way of TV, radio, and all of that, right? And I wanted to do propaganda for humanitarian fashion, peace, love. And of course, it's easy for me to say that right now as a 9 years old kid. Oh my God, I'm gonna be that. You know, that's.
Why not? I mean,
Well, I mean, I was genius back then too, and but no, you got to be honest with yourself. But I knew that I wanted to get there. I knew that I wanted to ride towards sunset, that the Red Kid, the Clint Eastwoods, and all of them did. One day, a couple years ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I am in downtown Austin on a traffic light. Okay, I'm waiting on a traffic light. I'm the first car, downtown Austin. My right, my left is skyscrapers. The sun is on top of us, and I'm on the traffic light. And in downtown, there are some trees, and right in front of me is empty road. I can see a couple blocks empty. There's no traffic. And one squirrel, and I love squirrels, comes down from the tree. I'm like, squirrel. And mind you, Tesla has a built-in dash cam. It records every moment, okay?
yeah.
So I didn't know that at that time, unfortunately. But so squirrels come down. It's a big one. He comes right in the middle of the road. It's a 3-lane road. It comes in the middle of the road, and I'm sitting on the traffic light. I'm like, and he gets up and he looks, you know, he gives that stretch, and suddenly, you know, my Model 3 Tesla, the top is a glass, complete glass. Suddenly, because the sun is up, I see a giant something of a shade just past me. Okay, and I looked up, what was that? And I see this giant freaking eagle, or a hawk, eagle, whatever you got. It was reddish. These are famous in Texas. Giant one, just gliding towards it. Right, it's happening right in front of me. I can see his tail big, and he just raises. You know those National Geographic, how
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
gets his that. He just grabbed him, my friend, and he just continued flying. I'm like, oh,
Oh
oh.
my God.
That was the first time I saw a squirrel right towards the sunset with the eagle. Man, I'm sorry, my friend squirrel, but that was an amazing hunt, a scene. And guess what?
What?
If I knew the feature that was recording, because Tesla records it, but if you don't tell it to save, it records its own memory for about 4 or 5 hours, I think. I didn't know this feature because it was the time I just bought the car, and God, that would be a 1 billion-click video if I
My
released it on
goodness.
YouTube. It was fantastic.
How?
Squirrels, the animal,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Yeah. Yeah.
which animal would be the Jesus figure for the squirrel? Which animal died to save the sins of the squirrel?
I don't know that.
It's the chicken.
Is the chicken? Really?
Why? Yes,
Why?
it is the chicken. Why? Every day squirrels pray for the chicken. Thank you, Savior. Thanks for sacrificing yourself. I'm not mocking Jesus with this thing. Don't worry. It's just a joke, okay? But the reason why is chicken did not belong to North America or the Americans. Okay, American continent chicken didn't belong to here. Chicken came here with the Spanish settlers.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
conquistadors, if I said that right, they were.
Conquistadors. I think, yeah, yeah.
How did you say that?
Conquistador.
Conquistadors. They were warriors in a sense, right? They were warriors. They were not like a farmers or anything. They brought settlers with them or farmers, whatever, with them. But conquistadors, when they interact with the Indians and everything, and that's the nice way to say it. To be honest with you, they just massacred a lot of them. But let's go back. The Indians, the people in the land was eating squirrels, rabbits, and other animals as protein sources. When the Spanish settlers came in, they brought the chicken. When they brought the chicken, they stopped eating the squirrels because they got like, well, it tastes like squirrel. They stopped eating the chicken. But today we say, for example, back then they eat rabbits, and rabbits tasted like chicken, so they replaced that with the chicken because they consume the eggs of it as well. Imagine that. So it was perfect for them. So for centuries and centuries, they moved away from eating the rabbits, eating the squirrels. And today, actually, in Kentucky and northern states, there's still traditional squirrel. I know, I love them too. Squirrel stews, many different cookings of squirrels are consumed, of course, and the rabbits as well. But today you don't see us eating a lot of rabbits and all of that because now they are saved by the chicken because down there they're pets, right?
My goodness.
But so when I see in Austin, when I turn to a street and I see dead squirrels, I hate those animals being perished just like that. Outside, and Austin is a little cozy place, but I gotta tell you though, it was a small capital city. It was like Ankara back in the day. I know you don't know, but the people who are Turkish might know at my age. It was a small town. It was a capital town with a lot of history, and suddenly it just not suddenly, but they've been advertising to draw the people to come to Austin, Texas, to make this economy grow. I think whatever their plan was, I guess they did the marketing effort to invite everybody. They never thought that people would come. And 2017, and it's our luck, that era when we came to Austin, 2017. My wife back then, she would tell me, Baha, you would love Austin. It's a cozy, small American town, and nobody even knows that Austin is the capital of Texas. It's beautiful, wonderful. Everybody's canoeing, jogging, running around, whatever. And it has a small population. I'm like, okay, let's go. I mean, what am I going to do? Of course, support her, right?
Yeah.
God, man, 2017, we came, everybody came. Right? When I arrived here, look at this. I'm going to answer your cultural question, sir. Give me a second here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now,
no hurry.
okay, don't raise your voice. We have to do these kind of things sometimes, you know.
This is my podcast.
Yeah. This is because otherwise nobody watches these things. If we just talk, how nice to meet you. We have to be like, hold on one second. What did you mean over there? No, I support this. You don't support that. Okay, that being said, let's go back. So when I first coming here, you know, in Texas, in the southern areas, especially in Texas, they tell you howdy. They go like, how are you doing? In a proper English, how are you doing? Becomes how you doing? Whatever. In many differences, howdy is the Texas way of saying merhaba, saying hi. What was in German?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Hello. All right. Very well. Hello. But so when I first came in, I saw people in the places that I visit because I know why. Because when we first came in, my wife wanted to take me around, show me around. We traveled around Austin because outside of Austin, it's like Anadolu, the motherland. You know, it is more Republicans, cultured people, ranches, manches, this, that. It's desert, but Texas have a lot of green. Everywhere is like giant forest, you know. And back then, dinosaurs lived in this land. Okay, I mean, I've been to some. There's rivers, there's creeks, there's all kinds of stuff, and these are really, really wonderful. It's like areas where Game of Thrones can be shot. You
Wow,
know,
cool. I mean,
it's very beautiful trees, rivers, and it's not like waterfalls and stuff like
yeah.
that, but it's just like interesting
But there
concept.
are lots
A
of
lot of
interest.
hiking
Yeah,
places.
I think there are like rattlesnakes, right? In Texas, is it right?
We don't
Rattlesnakes.
we don't speak of those things that we don't speak of. We don't speak of rattlesnake.
Okay.
You don't wanna have a rattlesnake. I gotta check, man. Yes, that is a fact. In Texas and in America in general, rattlesnakes are everywhere. Somebody told me this back in the 2002 area when I met them. This person was a CEO of a company, and he come to me in one of our conversations. He was actually using my talent in technical space of satellite communication to benefit himself, okay? And this person was not a friend, but somebody that I looked up to as far as their business knowledge, okay? And this person told me that, Baha, don't rely on people. Look at this, like, don't rely on people. Why do you rely on people? I said, just because somebody, the reason why I want to give you a call, just because somebody is successful businessman, whatsoever, does not make them a genius, does not make them a moral, fantastic person, does not make them the king of the castle, okay? So some people who are that way, they think that they have a control of whatever the heck they have a control of, and they give advices or suggestions or they put judgments into people. And that person that told me that time, hey Baha, why do you rely on people? I said, what do you mean that I rely on people? I don't rely on people, you know. I'm a self-sufficient journey person, but I do rely on friends, you know. Like, don't. I said, no, man, I would absolutely will rely on my friends. But I don't make many friends, but when I do friends, somebody, absolutely I will rely on my friends. So let me explain. Friendships are for benefits, my friend. If I am not benefiting you in this minute, in this second, in this minute of this time, I'm speaking to your soul, my friend. I am benefiting you, even the viewer who is watching us right now, I'm benefiting them. He's my friend in the perspective of benefiting, because I'm benefiting him somewhat, he's getting benefit from it, but I need to get benefit from him too, or you. You know? What is it? Maybe a like, maybe you invite me to Germany 1 year later, I come and you give me a coffee, that's a benefit. A benefit is not like he gave me a bunch of money or he gave me this or he put me in a swimming pool. No, benefits.
Yeah.
Benefits. A smile is a benefit. He made me smile. He benefited me. You know?
I
Of
get
course
it.
I rely on my friends. The person who says that is a lonely person, true lonely person in this life. You know what I mean? Like, I am a lone person. I'm not a lonely person. I am a lone person. You know what I mean? So I don't have many friends because my friendship is heavy. I don't offer my friendship to a lot of people, very rare people, because I always told them this. If you become my friend, and it's a Turkish saying, maybe it is not here to say, but I use this, even if my hands are in blood, if my two hands are in blood, I would drop what I'm doing and I would come to your aid. Even if I'm in prison, I would find ways to get out of that prison. I would do my best to get out of it, to go to my friends' help. That is my understanding of friendship. Friendship understanding of me is sometimes I say these things, oh, it's a hardcore. No, man, it's a metaphor. You can leave your girlfriend naked and leave. Nothing will be happen to your girlfriend. I am not going to even look to her in that way. I will control my, what is nefis, what is the English word?
I would
Yeah.
say,
I mean, these are core stuff, but I believe in the core understanding of ethical behaving of a human being. I don't say anybody fake hi. I mean it. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How was your day? Yes. When they tell me that, Baha, are we friends? Wait. They're like, what do you mean, wait? Aren't we friends? Well, my friend understands might be a little bit different than you. So there are terms and conditions to my friendship. So yes, of course, I know you. We talked. I like you. Okay, just because we went to fishing one time. Okay, yes, we benefited each other. Yes, we're friends, but we're not friends like I rely on you. I have two friends that I can rely on this world. I have a lot of friends that I like. They know me. I know them. But what I'm sharing right now is because I chose to become a transparent a character. Everything is transparent. I'm sharing the core principles of myself in
wow.
public. And remember, we were talking about it when you go put yourself in front of the camera, in front of the audio for public to view you. You go through this. You can tell us about how you went through that decision, because mine was very interesting myself. How do you make the decision of, okay, God, man, I'm going to go public. I'm going to
Yeah.
put myself out there.
Yeah.
People are going to know me.
Yeah.
How is this going to be welcomed? Oh my God.
Yeah,
You know?
first of all, I started with just only audio podcasts, and having a microphone in front of your face and talking was strange at the beginning. I said, "Oh my God, how do I, how do I interview people? I mean, it feels strange." I just tested my microphone, and one episode after episode, I got more like confident, more like I had to watch a lot of tutorials on YouTube, and then I switched from audio to video podcast and learned editing skills. Oh my goodness, the switch from audio to video is crazy. So you have to really, this is a commitment, and it's really hard. The technical stuff I learned, I learned a lot of, I learned a lot about people. Every people reacted differently when I said, "Hey, would you like to join me on a podcast?" People I assume, they are like storytellers. They would love to. They said, "Back up." They told me, "Back up, man. I don't want to tell anything on the podcast." I said, "What?" Okay. And people I assumed they wouldn't. They were really. I would love to. They told me I would love to be a part on a podcast, because they told me, "Altan, you put really average people all day, like people from here, from there, from Germany, Turkey, from everywhere, like with all their problems, experiences, good experiences, bad experiences, and you are giving them a stage, and this."
I am a Turkish American in Austin with a YouTube show. I want to be a famous showman. I have many scenarios of movies which I registered and everything else. I am on the road to take you guys through a journey in America, to interview with people, to show you what is to be an American in this country. With this political craziness, with this crazy culture of diversion and massacres and the killings and all of this, I'm trying to show that the hope exists. Through conversations, we need to talk with each other to learn from each other, our intentions, our religions, belief systems, and cultures. I want to show people who are their true partners are, which are good human beings, because this is a battle. Life is about a battle between the good and evil.
The
If you
evil.
believe in a religious concept, if you're not even religious a concept, that's okay. You don't have to be. It is between the good and the bad. You know, good and the bad are in all of us, including me, including you. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is
Definitely.
perfect. But in my age, I'm 50 years old.
No, you're
As
not.
I matured, I grow up, and I still learning every day about myself. I am dropping the bad. You know, I'm
Yeah.
dropping whatever the leftovers of those bads are leaving. And as I meet with other people, I'm sharing the same thing with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for that, I believe the blessings that I believe God, and blessings from God to me, and I just want to share with the beautiful people on the planet, because I know there are billions of wonderful people on this planet. We just need to be aware about that.
Wow, billions of great people, and we have to be aware of that. That's a great message. Yeah. All right, folks, before we wrap up, just a quick heads up. During the recording on Riverside, by the way, it's a great platform where you can create lots of audio and video podcasts with many people. I love using it, but unfortunately, we had a small sync issues between audio and video. That's why uh, I had to edit out the, the unsynced parts of the episode. That's why this episode ends a bit suddenly, because I had to narrow it down from 2 hours of chit chat, talking to a great guy. Yeah, but hey, we still had a great conversation. So, massive thanks to my guest, Baha Star from Austin, Texas. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel, subscribe to it. On the Road with Baha, his YouTube channel. Great content, great guy. He's really funny, entertaining. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow my podcast, Altan Friends, on YouTube and Spotify if you want to watch it, the video episodes. And if you just want to listen to the audio episodes, you can also check out on Apple Podcasts or Amazon Music. Yeah, that's the episode so far. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for hanging out, and catch you in the next one. See ya.